Many people think becoming a millionaire is only possible if you have a high-paying job, own a big business, or invest in real estate. But that's far from the truth. You can build wealth even with a modest income, and this guide will show you how. Have you ever heard of lottery winners going broke, or professional athletes with multi-million-dollar contracts ending up bankrupt? If building wealth were just about how much you earn, these stories wouldn't exist. True wealth isn't determined by income. It's built through smart money management and consistent habits. For example, someone earning $150,000 a year could still struggle financially if they're living paycheck to paycheck. Meanwhile, someone earning $40,000 who saves and invests 15% of their income could be well on their way to financial freedom. It's not about how much you make, but how you manage what you have. Of course, living on a lower income comes with challenges, but it also encourages creativity and discipline that can serve you for a lifetime. Whether you make $30,000 or $80,000 a year, you can take steps to grow your wealth and achieve financial success. In this guide, we'll share 10 lessons to help you become a millionaire, even if you're starting with a low income. These lessons focus on simple, actionable strategies that anyone can follow. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll be on your way to a secure and wealthy future. Let's get started. Lesson 1. Start by changing how you think. If you want to build wealth on a small income, the first step is believing that it's possible. Many people hold themselves back because they think they aren't smart enough, don't deserve success, or lack the right opportunities. If this sounds like you, it's time to shift your mindset. One of the quickest ways to break free from negative thinking is to stop comparing yourself to others. Remember the saying, if everyone threw their problems into a pile, you'd probably take your own back. This means that everyone faces challenges, no matter how good their life may seem on the surface. It's also important to understand that money isn't everything. Just because someone earns more than you doesn't mean they're better off financially. For example, a coworker might show off a newly renovated kitchen on social media, but what you don't see is the debt they took on to pay for it. Speaking of social media, consider unfollowing or muting accounts that make you feel inadequate. Social media is often a highlight reel of people's lives, and it rarely shows the struggles happening behind the scenes. Instead of feeling jealous or less than, focus on your own journey and what you can achieve. Rather than worrying about what you don't have, start getting excited about what's already within your reach. Look for inspiration in stories of people who, like you, built wealth on modest incomes. These stories can teach you practical steps and remind you that it's possible for anyone, including you, to succeed. Changing your mindset is the foundation for building wealth. When you believe in yourself and focus on your own progress, you'll be in a much better position to take meaningful action toward financial freedom. Real-life examples of wealth built on modest incomes. Let's look at some inspiring stories of people who built fortunes despite earning modest incomes. 1. Jeffrey Holt, a millionaire caretaker. Jeffrey Holt worked as a mobile home park caretaker, a job that never paid much, yet he lived frugally, saved consistently, and grew his wealth over time. When he passed away, Jeffrey shocked everyone by leaving a $3.8 million estate to his hometown, which was used to support the community. 2. Theodore Johnson, a UPS worker turned multimillionaire. Theodore Johnson never earned more than $14,000 a year working at UPS. However, he had a habit of investing early and consistently. Over time, those investments grew into a staggering $70 million. Theodore's story shows the power of starting small and letting time work its magic. 3. Sarah Wilson, the budget girl. Sarah Wilson, also known as Budget Girl, is a modern example of frugal living. She lives in a small Texas town, earns a modest single income, and shares her journey of building wealth. On her YouTube channel, Sarah openly shares her income, expenses, and budgeting strategies to inspire others to take control of their finances. Learn from their stories. These examples prove that building wealth isn't about earning a huge salary. It's about the choices you make with your money. There are thousands of people out there with similar stories. Follow their journeys, learn from their strategies, and apply their tips to your own life. By surrounding yourself with stories of success, you'll stay motivated and gain practical ideas to help you grow your own wealth. Remember, it's not about where you start. It's about what you do with what you have. By the way, if you're finding this video helpful and want more content like this, comment more below. Let's keep going. Lesson 2. Build an emergency fund. We've all had those moments when everything seems to be going smoothly with our finances. You're managing your expenses and maybe even saving a little money, when suddenly an unexpected expense hits. Maybe your car breaks down or you get sick and need to visit the emergency room. Now you're faced with a hefty bill, and you either have to dip into your savings or, even worse, take on debt to cover the costs. Emergencies like these are never planned, and there's never a good time for them to happen. However, there's a way to make these situations less stressful by building an emergency fund. An emergency fund is money set aside specifically to cover unexpected costs, so you don't have to worry about going into debt or using your regular savings for things like car repairs or medical bills. It gives you a sense of security and peace of mind, knowing that you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. While it's a good idea to aim for saving 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses, which can fully protect you in emergencies, economists suggest that even saving around $2,467 can cover most unexpected costs. This amount can help you handle common emergencies without derailing your finances. A pro tip: don't just store your emergency savings in a regular savings account at your bank. Many traditional accounts charge unnecessary fees, and the interest you earn is often too low to keep up with inflation. Instead, consider putting your emergency fund in a high-yield savings account. These accounts offer much higher interest rates, up to 10 times the national average, while avoiding the excessive fees charged by big banks. This way, your emergency fund can grow a little while still being easily accessible when you need it. Building an emergency fund is one of the smartest steps you can take to protect your finances. It gives you a safety net and keeps you from falling into debt when the unexpected happens. Lesson 3. Understand the difference between saving and investing. Building wealth on a small income requires a clear understanding of the difference between saving and investing. While both are essential, they serve different purposes, and focusing only on saving won't help you achieve long-term financial success. Saving is about setting money aside for short-term goals or unexpected emergencies. For example, you might save for an emergency fund, a home down payment, a wedding, or other planned expenses. Saving ensures your money is accessible and protected, but it isn't designed to grow significantly over time. However, saving alone isn't enough to build wealth. This is because inflation, an ongoing rise in prices, reduces the value of your money over time. For instance, if inflation is 3% annually, $100 in savings will only have the buying power of $97 a year later. Over decades, this loss compounds, meaning your savings will lose a significant portion of their value. Relying solely on saving makes it nearly impossible to retire comfortably, especially as inflation continues to erode purchasing power. Investing, on the other hand, is how you make your money grow. When you invest, your money earns returns, which can outpace inflation and help build wealth through compound interest. Compound interest occurs when the returns on your investments begin to generate their own returns, creating exponential growth over time. For example, if you invest in a diversified stock market fund like the S&P 500, which has historically averaged a 10% annual return, your money can grow significantly over the years. To understand the impact of investing, consider this example. Imagine you're 20 years old, earning $40,000 annually after taxes, and saving or investing $400 per month. If you save that money in a bank account, you'd have $216,000 after 45 years. However, if you invested it with a 10% average annual return, you'd have over $3.6 million by retirement. That's more than 10 times the amount you'd have by just saving. Of course, investing does come with risks, as market returns can fluctuate from year to year. However, you can minimize these risks by diversifying your investments, focusing on the long term, and starting early. Diversification means spreading your money across different assets, like index funds, to reduce the impact of individual market downturns. A long-term focus helps you weather short-term market volatility and lets compound interest work its magic. Before diving into investing, it's crucial to have a solid savings foundation. Start by building an emergency fund, money set aside for unexpected expenses like car repairs or job loss. Once you have this safety net, you can confidently begin investing to grow your wealth over time. By balancing short-term savings with long-term investments, you can protect yourself from financial surprises while ensuring your money grows. This understanding is essential for turning a modest income into a meaningful and secure future. Lesson 4. Increase your savings rate. Building wealth, no matter how much you earn, comes down to spending less than you make and saving or investing the difference. If you're spending more than you're earning, it will be nearly impossible to grow your net worth. Although saving can be harder with a smaller income, it's still possible to adjust your expenses to make sure you're saving enough. Ideally, aim to save 15 to 20% of your after-tax income each month. You can use this money to pay off debt, contribute to retirement accounts, or just save for the future. If you're not able to save that much yet, don't worry. There are many ways you can increase your savings rate over time. Every small increase in savings adds up over the long run. One way to start is by budgeting. Many people don't save because they don't fully understand where their money's going. By creating a budget, you can track your expenses and identify areas where you can cut back. A simple method like the 50-30-20 budget can help. Allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or investments. Another way to free up more money for saving is by negotiating your bills. Many service providers increase prices over time, but they often don't reward loyal customers. By calling companies like your phone, internet, or insurance providers, you can ask for discounts or better rates. If they can't help, ask to speak to the customer retention department. Sometimes switching to a new provider can save you hundreds of dollars each year, which you can then invest or save. You can also save by canceling unused subscriptions. While subscriptions like Netflix or Spotify can provide value, they can become wasteful if you're not using them regularly. The average person spends around $219 a month on subscriptions, but many of these services are rarely used. Instead of keeping a subscription for the long term, sign up for services only when you actually plan to use them, and then cancel when you're done. Regularly review your subscriptions to make sure you're not paying for things you don't need. For bigger savings, consider making lifestyle changes. You could save thousands of dollars each year by reducing major expenses, like owning multiple cars or renting out a room in your house. While these changes may not be possible for everyone, they can have a significant impact on your ability to save and build wealth. Lastly, if you want to increase your savings, look for ways to earn more money. Even small raises or side jobs can make a big difference over time. For example, if you earn $35,000 a year and switch to a job that offers a 10% raise, you could earn an extra $3,500 annually. Saving even half of that extra income and investing it can grow into a substantial amount over time. Whether it's asking for a raise, changing jobs, starting a side hustle, or gaining new skills, increasing your income will help you build wealth faster. Lesson 5. Start investing as soon as possible. To build wealth on a small income, the most powerful tool you have is time. In fact, saving $1 today can be more valuable than saving $100 later on. The earlier you start investing and the longer your money has to grow, the less you'll need to contribute each month to reach your financial goals. For example, if you start investing at age 20 with the goal of having $2 million by retirement, you only need to invest about $432 per month. But if you wait until age 40, you'll need to invest about $2,280 per month to reach the same goal. This shows how starting early can make a huge difference in how much you need to save each month. Even if your income is small, it's crucial to begin investing as soon as possible. While it can feel tough to save a few $100s a month, it's much easier than trying to catch up later when you have to save thousands. When you're ready to start investing, it's best to take advantage of accounts that offer tax benefits. These can help you save money on taxes either now or in the future. If your employer offers a 401k, you should take advantage of it, especially if they match your contributions. An employer match is essentially free money that goes into your retirement fund. If you don't contribute to this, you're leaving money on the table. You can contribute up to $23,000 per year, and because 401k contributions reduce your taxable income, you'll pay less in taxes now. However, when you withdraw money in retirement, it will be taxed. If your company doesn't offer a 401k, You can ask them to set one up through services like Human Interest, which help businesses create affordable retirement plans. If you don't have access to a 401k, a Roth IRA is another great option. With a Roth IRA, you contribute money that has already been taxed, and when you withdraw it in retirement, you don't pay any taxes on it. One of the smartest ways to build wealth is to pay yourself first. This means putting money into your retirement accounts as soon as you get paid, before you pay your bills or spend on anything else. Treat your savings and investments like an essential bill that needs to be paid first, not something that happens if you have leftover money at the end of the month. If you prioritize saving, you'll find a way to make it work within your budget. It's easy to think that saving or investing small amounts isn't worth it, but every little bit counts, especially if you start early. For example, if you contribute just $50 per month from age 18 to 28, and then increase your contribution to $400 per month after that, by the time you retire at 65, you could have $1,165,299. On the other hand, if you wait until you're 28 to start investing, you'll have just $1,009,981 at retirement, over $150,000 less. Even small contributions today can grow into a large sum over time. The key is to start now, no matter how small the amount. Those small investments can add up to thousands by the time you retire. Lesson 6. Avoid these wealth killers. As you start saving and earning more, it's essential to protect your wealth by avoiding certain financial traps that can prevent you from building long-term wealth. One of the biggest obstacles is high-interest debt, such as credit card balances, payday loans, and personal loans. High interest rates make it difficult to pay off this debt, so it's crucial to prioritize paying it off as quickly as possible. If you're struggling with debt, consider creating a repayment plan or reaching out to a nonprofit organization like Money Management International for guidance. Cars can also be a major drain on your finances. While having a car is necessary for many people, the average car payment for a new vehicle is around $725 a month, which can put a significant dent in your budget. Instead of buying a new car, consider purchasing a reliable used car, which can often be found for under $10,000. Used cars are also less stressful because you won't be worried about small dings or scratches. Additionally, if you live in a walkable area or work from home, going car-free or downsizing your car could save you even more money. Buying a large or expensive home can also slow down your financial progress. While home ownership can be a good investment, it can stretch your budget too thin, especially if you have a smaller income. Home maintenance costs can add up quickly, further straining your finances. If you decide to buy a home, consider house hacking, purchasing a home and renting out part of it to help cover the mortgage. Alternatively, renting might be more affordable, depending on where you live. When it comes to investing, it's crucial to avoid risky investments, especially if you're working with a small income. Stock picking and high-risk ventures like cryptocurrency can result in significant losses. Instead, consider safer, more reliable options like index funds, which invest in a broad range of companies spreading your risk. Low-cost index funds, available through accounts like a 401k or IRA, offer steady growth over time without the need for risky individual stock picks. Finally, be mindful of inflation, which can erode the value of your money over time. Simply holding onto cash won't help you grow your wealth. To protect against inflation, invest any savings beyond your emergency fund or short-term goals. By doing so, your money can grow with the power of compound interest, helping you stay ahead of inflation and maintain your purchasing power. By avoiding these wealth killers and focusing on smart, low-risk strategies, you can safeguard your savings and continue building wealth. Lesson 7. Automate everything. To speed up your wealth-building journey, automating your finances can be a game changer. By setting up automatic transfers, you won't have to manually move money into your savings or investment accounts every time. This way, you're building wealth without having to think about it constantly. It's an easy way to make sure you're saving and investing consistently without the mental effort. Once you've tackled the basics, like cutting unnecessary expenses and starting to save, automation should be your next step. The goal is to make saving and investing part of your daily routine so that you don't have to think about it much. Over time, it will become a natural habit and you'll be able to focus on other parts of your life without worrying about your finances. Lesson 8. Use tax-advantaged accounts. Tax-advantaged accounts are a powerful tool to help you save more money, especially if you have a smaller income. These accounts were created to encourage people to save for retirement, and they offer benefits that can lower your taxes. If you don't have access to a 401k, there are other accounts you should consider prioritizing. One option is a 401k or a traditional IRA. When you contribute to these accounts, the money you invest is deducted from your taxable income for the year. This means you'll owe less in taxes for the year, and you'll have more money available to invest right now. The best part is that because you are deferring taxes, your investments can grow faster due to compounding. However, when you withdraw money from these accounts during retirement, you'll have to pay taxes on it at that time. If you have a lower income and are in a tax bracket of 10% or 12%, a Roth IRA might be a better choice. While you'll pay taxes on the money you contribute now, the advantage is that you won't have to pay taxes when you withdraw the money in retirement. This is especially helpful if you expect to be in a higher tax bracket later on, since you're paying tax at a lower rate now. Another great account to consider is a health savings account, HSA. This account is special because it offers a triple tax advantage. First, the money you contribute is tax deductible, meaning you don't pay taxes on it when you put it in. Then when you withdraw the money for qualified health expenses, there's no tax on that either. This can be a great way to save for future health costs while also minimizing taxes. If you have a very low income, you may also qualify for the Saver's Tax Credit, which can give you a significant tax break if you contribute to your retirement accounts. This credit helps reduce your tax bill and encourages saving for the future. In short, using tax-advantaged accounts like a 401k, traditional IRA, Roth IRA, or HSA can help you save more by lowering your taxes and allowing your money to grow faster. It's worth looking into these options to maximize your savings and minimize the amount of tax you pay. Lesson 9. Leverage the power of compound interest. Another key strategy for building wealth on a low income is to fully embrace the power of compound interest. Compound interest is the concept where the money you earn on your savings or investments begins to earn interest itself. The longer your money stays invested, the more it compounds, leading to exponential growth. Even if you only have a small amount to invest, starting early is crucial because compound interest grows over time. For instance, if you invest $100 a month at an annual return rate of 8%, you will have around $22,000 after 20 years. But if you start investing at just 25 years old instead of 35, that amount could grow to over $58,000 in the same time frame. The earlier you start, the more your money works for you. To harness compound interest effectively, choose investments that offer consistent, reliable returns. Low-cost index funds, which track the overall market, are a great option for long-term growth with minimal risk. Even with a modest income, contributing regularly to these investments and letting your money grow can lead to substantial wealth accumulation over time. Lesson 10. Beware of lifestyle creep. As your income grows, it's easy to fall into the trap of spending more, which is known as lifestyle creep. This happens when you start increasing your spending to match your higher earnings. For example, if you get a $5,000 raise, you might think it's okay to spend that same amount on a vacation. However, after taxes, that vacation could actually leave you in the negative. Plus, if you keep doing this every year, it can become a habit, and you'll be stuck spending more as your income rises. Lifestyle creep can also happen without a raise. As you accumulate more wealth or your investments grow, you might feel more financially secure and start spending more, even if your income hasn't changed. This is called the wealth effect, and it can make you feel comfortable spending more, even if it's not the best choice for long-term wealth building. To avoid this, it's important to track your expenses regularly and be aware of any months where your spending starts creeping up. It's okay to enjoy life a little more as you earn more, but make sure you're still saving and investing. The key to building wealth quickly is not just increasing your income, but also keeping your expenses under control. The bottom line is that you don't need a huge income to build wealth. What matters most is how you manage your money. By spending less than you earn and investing the difference, you can grow your wealth even with a small income. Remember, with time, consistency, and the power of compounding, you can build substantial wealth. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. For more informative content on finance, entrepreneurship, and self-improvement, subscribe to our channel. We post new videos every other day to help you succeed in various aspects of life. Have a great day and see you in the next one.